Okay, and Jem Rugh will now analyze what these numbers are and how they are looking in for Delhi. When we come to the poll of polls on Delhi, we are deriving an Aam Aadmi Party figure of 21, which they are likely to get. But remember, this 21 is derived out of a phenomenal 31 seats, which is being given by today's Chanakya. Now that's so 1 out of the 3 polls is giving the Aam Aadmi Party a good number.
Yeah.
Now is there such a divergence? I mean, the basic question is that how do 2 polls get it so different from 1 poll? No, one second. Yeah?
What if the standard margin of error in any poll
is critical there?
One second. Yeah, what are you saying?
No, I'm saying this has happened because the margin of error of 9 is huge and critical.
Yeah.
You know, it can go down to 20 odd, it can go up to 40. So I think there's a bit of subterfuge in those numbers.
What's important?
So the question right now is, how do 2 polls say the Aam Aadmi Party is a disaster relatively to their own campaign, to own claims, and 1 poll, according to 1 poll, they are such a hero? This is a very big question tonight. Navika, please. First
also, what we have to look at is the realistic picture. Polling is still on in several parts of Delhi, and therefore, this is work in progress that's being looked at as far as the Delhi numbers are concerned. The other states give a clearer picture. Delhi is still something that is being worked out by pollsters because polling is still on.
Meghnad, this.
The point is that these polls are at different time, and the pattern is Aam Aadmi is taking seats away from Congress.
Yeah.
In the middle, the BJP thing is sort of stable, and the flip-flop is between Congress and Aam Aadmi.
Right.
Congress may end up in single digits yet.
I think that's the more likely scenario.
Yes, Ajay Bose.
What I can't understand is if there's such a huge turnout, why are the exit poll figures showing such mealy-mouthed figures for everybody else?
What do you mean mealy-mouthed?
You know, normally when you have such a huge turnout, you have a mandate for one party. And I find it very difficult to believe. I find it very difficult to believe exit poll figures.
Let me just qualify.
It is very, very difficult to...
Voter decisions are different from even what we get on the exit. For a city that is still deciding, how on earth do you think that any kind of sampling, it's a city that is decisively deliberating about its own future, about its own issues, and I think it's the margins of Delhi coming to the center. If this decision is anything to go by, then it's a new phenomena around which the decisions are perhaps being taken. I know there's a caveat, but this is big decision. We'll have to wait on the results for this.
Everyone with the greatest, lot of people with the greatest of respect have overestimated the Sheila Dikshit effect in Delhi. They have forgotten. They have forgotten that 26 out of the seats in 2008, in which the victory margin was less than 5,000 odd votes, the majority of those seats were won by the Congress party. So 16 seats of the Congress party were won with less than 5,000 votes. So Sheila Dikshit, yes, it's true she had the numbers, but she had just about got the numbers, and Sheila Dikshit is eminently defeatable. And that's exactly what has happened here. Sheila Dikshit is facing possibly the biggest defeat of her political career here right now. The question is who takes the credit?
Exactly.
And that twilight voter, who he's voting for. Vinod Mehta.
Arnab, if the surge was for the BJP, if this huge surge was for the BJP, then you would find that the BJP, because it already has a vote base, would have gone up somewhere in 40s. That's why the surge is for the AAP. You have no base.
One second. First of all, welcome to the panel. Piyush Goyal joins the panel once again.
I hope I made my point, Arnab.
Yeah, 1 second. You haven't made your point yet. I'm only welcoming the other side, and he knows here. Piyush Goyal, be warned, and don't say I didn't say this to you, that you have 7 people who believe on the other side that the twilight voter giving his vote in a historic election in Delhi is not a BJP voter. You have to respond to them. Vinod,
he's already responded.
Allow me a welcome point.
Let me just finish.
I'm also feeling, Arnab, that I've come to a funeral party today at this debate. Because I can see sabke muh latke hue
I request you. One at a time.
This is a line.
One at a time.
This is a line he thought of in the car. That this is what I'm going to sit and say. Prepared.
One at a time. First of all, I tell you this.
There is no funarial atmosphere.
You allow me to anchor the debate. I say this here today, that he says he feels he comes to a funeral party where people are sad that the BJP is doing well. Sankarshan Thakur says he cannot be allowed to get away with it, but I have one request on this side. One at a time, please. I request you all. You cannot all speak together. One at a time.
Fair enough.
And therefore, because he was the most outspoken in his response, Sankarshan Thakur, complete your point to Piyush Goyal, then we'll open the debate.
All I'm saying is he has come with a prepared text.
Piyush.
He has thought of it as he's alighting from the car, that he's going to come and sit and say this thing out.
And Shankar sir, I can promise you this.
Listen,
I'm not that cheap that I'll come prepared with such a statement.
But how did you? You have not even heard us utter a word before hearing anything.
There is no thing
before the sense of the house. You said it's a funeral party.
I can hear everything that's going on.
I mean that's also a reflection.
Everything that is being debated.
Arnab, have you been leading a funeral party all this while on Times Now for 2 hours?
I
leave it with you.
I'm raising very serious questions tonight. My question is this.
I got the smile back on your debate.
My question, and Atul Kumar Anjan, welcome to the debate. Right? Anand Kumar, welcome and staying back on the debate this evening. My question is that twilight voter has created history. He's still voting out there. Right? And let us not disrespect the twilight voter today. To stand out there, I mean, we always say this, don't we? That there are people who talk and crib and crib and crib. And the problem with the urban middle class voter is that he disrespects his role in democracy on the day of the vote. Tonight, that urban middle class voter has proven all those cynics wrong. So let's have a round of applause for that person. I said that round of applause is wanted today. And whether it is the media, whether it is involvement in politics, that voter has spoken. He has to be counted. He wants to be counted here. My question is the Aam Aadmi Party impact. Will it be limited to being a spoiler? Just a spoiler?
No.
Aarti?
No, I think it is going to gain decisively. This kind of enthusiasm cannot be for a traditional established mainstream party or not. It has to be for something new, a new phenomenon.
That's the point that I am making.
Party is a new phenomenon.
Please, I'm making a very serious. We are all wondering where this surge that is happening, where is it going to?
Yeah.
Now, if it was going to what Aarti is saying to a traditional party, then the results would already be up in the sky.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because they have a base.
This kind of turnout.
This turnout plus the fact that they already have an established base. This is going to be a party who has zero base, and therefore it is showing you these results.
It's
so you can conclude quite easily that much of the surge is for the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, 1 second. Here's an interesting statistic I want to share with you. In 2003, the BJP share is 35.2%. In 2008, the BJP shares are about 36%, I think.
Yes.
Around 36%.
Yes, it's the same. Nearly they repeat the same vote share.
Can you tell me, my friend, what is the vote share that the BJP is predicted to get as per the C voter survey? This survey, which is there on our screen right now, of which I have the details, which is showing the BJP at 31. What is the vote share that this 31 number rests on?
It's on a 32% vote share.
32%?
Yes. The C voter survey puts the BJP...
Just 32%?
32%. See, that's the point we made in the evening itself. In this poll, both the Congress and the BJP have lost vote share.
No, but that's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it falls in line with the thesis on this side. That if the twilight voter belonged to the BJP...
He doesn't.
If the twilight voter belonged to the BJP, then the vote share of the BJP would not have been 32. It would have been 32. Upwards of 40%.
I know this is a day of psephologists, but let me give you one piece of ethnographic work which we are doing in Delhi constituencies. The turnout of women voters at these voting booths is very, very high. And let me tell you, women are traditionally a vote base that goes towards the BJP. And if women are turning out in large numbers, it is against the social control mechanism with which the Congress largely and the BJP in the past has held the city. It is holding the city through contractors. It is the issue of Nirbhaya. It is the issue of lack of toilets. It is the issue of lack of water.
Today the BJP,
and I will almost conclude that women and young women are leading the march towards a change. This may indeed be an upvote.
Keep in mind today that this evening, this Wednesday evening, 4 days before the results of Delhi come out, the BJP will also be asking itself, won't it, Hartosh, that the BJP itself contributed to the rise of the Aam Aadmi Party by supporting the movement initially. They will ask themselves whether in hindsight they regret the initial support that they gave to Arvind Kejriwal. 1 second, you raise your hand out there. Hartosh, what do you think?
Well, clearly, I mean, at that point, they were hoping to use the movement to fight the Congress, to weaken the Congress and to gain from it.
Yeah.
And the end results may be quite different because this may be the seeds of a new kind of politics, not immediately, but in the long run, certainly it seems to be an alternative with the Congress's slow demise sort of seeming inevitable.
So do you believe, Ajoy Bose and Hartosh Singh Bal and Navika, that there was a personal and vicious campaign which the BJP ran against the Aam Aadmi Party?
Of course.
Especially, over the last few weeks. Maybe the importance they gave the Aam Aadmi Party by doing so is something that may be bouncing back against them. Remember, we are not assuming any result in this exit poll. The ticker on our channel says 4-0 for Modi. Eventually, it's, the winner takes it all. Jo jeeta wo Sikandar in politics. But the emergence of the AAP, the vicious
definitely the BJP sensed the danger from the Aam Aadmi Party, whatever its claims may have been.
Yeah.
And therefore, it wanted to trivialize the Aam Aadmi Party. Yeah. It wanted to dismiss the Aam Aadmi Party. And by doing so, they may have actually increased the support of the Aam Aadmi Party.
So the relentless attack that the Aam Aadmi Party was on.
Indeed.
All of this eventually actually helps it gather the momentum. And eventually it works against you, your time to respond to the other side. Yes, Piyush.
At the outset, you raised the point about our supporting the movement having bounced back against us.
Yes.
Let me put on record, the BJP does not decide support of a cause based on electoral politics.
No, you supported the Anna Hazare movement.
Exactly. So I'm saying that when we decided to support Anna Hazare movement, we supported the movement because it was a fight against corruption.
You regret it now?
Not at all. It was a fight for the Lokpal bill. Not necessarily as suggested at that point of time by Anna and his team, but we had our own points of view. In fact, finally, that fast went off because Mr. Arun Jaitley, Mr. Advani all had a meeting with the Anna Hazare team and they showed them the sense of a more sensible draft.